All right. Here we go. So what we are going to do today is some awesome stuff. What's up, Chris?
Yo.
How we doing?
Good, man.
Awesome. How's your morning?
Wet. It's been raining a lot. Like we have flash flood warnings everywhere. It's kind of cool.
That's awesome. I didn't know it rained in the desert.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, we had some rain last night and then it's partly cloudy right now. So I guess fall, winter is here. But
yep.
All right, let's kick it off. Jeff Broger here with my co-pilot.
Chris Mueller in the house.
Yes, sir. Looks like he's had his coffee this morning, or he doesn't drink coffee. He drinks this green drink that apparently gives him vitality and energy and focus. It separates him.
Turmeric in it. It's got to be good.
Yeah, it separates him as a bot builder. So what we're gonna do today is dive into some really cool stuff with the Facebook comments growth tool on ManyChat. Like a lot of people don't use the other growth tools in ManyChat, and a growth tool is your ability to get traffic into your bot, right? And what I mean by traffic are home buyer and home seller leads. And so if you only use one traffic channel, well, there's 10 others, right? So why don't you use some of the other ones too? So before we get into that, I have some reminders. As always, I just need to bring up my little note here. Let's see, there it is. All right. Have you guys signed up for an affiliate yet? You can be an affiliate for us. And what that helps us do is to grow and make the product better for everybody. Because for every new agent that's on the product, or for every new marketing agency that's doing real estate ads for clients, and they, add their realtors to our bot, we tie it to our AI database, it makes it better for everybody. The more conversational data we have of our bots talking to individual home buyers and home sellers, we actually then help it fail. It's a good thing when it fails, because then what we do, we don't just sit there and let it fail again on the same question the next day. We go in and manually change it and update it and make it smarter so that the next time it won't fail. So if you're not an affiliate yet, number one, the benefit is that it's going to make the product better for you, for everyone that you introduce this to. Number two, I mean, we live in a massively abundant world nowadays, so it's not like anyone else out there using this bot's going to take away market share from you. None of you are running ads to the level that like would even impact the Facebook ads in your local market. You'd have to be literally spending like hundreds of thousands of dollars per month on ads to make an impact. So if you're spending $600 on ads and your good friend who's a realtor is in the exact same market and he's spending $600 a month on ads, but you hand him the system and it helps him, don't worry about it. It's not going to affect you. It's actually going to help him. And guess what? You can get a 25% override on all of his monthly payments or her monthly payments to us for life, just for introducing them to us and, helping us not need to always invest our own marketing dollars to gain a new client. If you can make an introduction, bam, we reward you for that. So I will drop the affiliate sign up link. By the way, process is super easy. We go through an awesome website provider, and their affiliate sign up is literally, make a login. And then all you have to do after that is copy a link, send it to your friend. It's like super easy. It takes 3 seconds to sign up and 4 seconds to send it out. So don't get worried about that. And for the 25% commission, we pay you through PayPal. So you just drop your PayPal email in there and bam, every month you get a check. All right, next. Last episode, we did some big things. So we're always doing big things, but last episode was cool because we dove in a little bit more on how to use our new omni-channel template. Chris, what does omni-channel mean?
It means everywhere, all the time, 24/7.
Across multiple channels.
Yes.
Nice. Yeah, so boundless agent, our omni-channel template, it's firing, it's looking sexy. We've already put out the version 2.1, and We will be dropping 2.2 very soon, because anything with a product release, you know how you get the new iOS from Apple or the new, like, I'm sure this new operating system from Android, you get like a new version, like you go from 9.7 to 10.0, and inherently in the first launch, they get immediate user feedback, and it's like, oh, they released 10.1 days later, right? And so we kind of did the same thing. We got some feedback, and there was so much going on. We found like one or two things. We're like, oh shoot, we got to like button that up. So we've already released the 2.1 version. It's even better than the 2.0, and we're releasing the 2.2 soon. So that's part of the value of being in this community, is that you don't have to worry about that updating. We do it for you, and then we just push you a template. So, you know, if you guys are paying members of Real Nurture, go into the login for realnurture.io, log in as your member ID and all that stuff. And boundless agent, we're still offering 3 months half off. And then we'll be also updating the standard plus template here pretty soon. So we'll let you know when that is available in the online portal. And then celebrate some VIPs. Let's go. So I think Chris is a very important person. I'd like to celebrate Chris Mueller and make sure that everyone knows that he is the man. Yeah, I mean, we have a significant user base and counting, and it's funny because not everyone that's in Real Nurture is in here as the group. So we're still getting people to like transfer over to Facebook and be a part of this little community. But yeah, I'm stoked on Colin Jacobs, also Colin Wilson. Let's see, Lyndon out on the East Coast. We got, let's see. Oh yeah, Jason Craig Martin. Yeah, he just came in, and shout out to him. He joined on Boundless Agent, and he's firing away, sending ads out in the Big Bear area in like Southern California. So he's running. He's on omni-channel follow-up. Boom. And I'm stoked to have some people in here. So also Austin Benton, he is slammed with like client work, but he's a good guy out on the East Coast as well, and he might bring a bunch of agents in. So I'm excited. We're on the cusp of exploding with the new members, and life is good. So last, I want to share this guy, which is how to subscribe to the bot. So make sure that you subscribe to the new concierge. And for everyone that's still on the STEEZY.Digital concierge, that's the old one. Get off there. What we want to do is get you on the new one. The new concierge is right here. I'm going to drop this in the comments. Yep. New concierge is hosted on the realnurture.io page. We split the two because STEEZY.Digital is really, it's the parent company, but it's really geared towards top brokers. So if you're a top 1% broker, you're spending $2,000 to $4,000 a month or more in ad spend, and you can pay for our management retainer to manage all that stuff for you. Awesome. Let's talk, right? We can do some amazing things. One of my clients in San Diego, she's been on for just over a month, and she just had a house go into escrow. And this is a top client on the STEEZY.Digital side where we're running ads for her 1 month, and boom, house in escrow. So, you know, when we're running this for you, it even like levels everything up on the Real Nurture side because we're putting our time and expertise into it. But because of that, obviously it costs more. We're taking our time out of our day, and I'm taking my team's time to put it onto your account. So that's STEEZY.Digital. When Real Nurture really cropped up and became a thing, I separated the two. And so you got to make the switch. Go over to the concierge on realnurture.io. It's actually new, improved, and better. So make sure to subscribe to that, even if you were previously on the STEEZY.Digital concierge thread. So that's that. Housekeeping finished. Things are tidied up, looking good. And what I would like to do is now dive in on the topic.
Let's do it.
All right. So this is going to be a build on the fly situation. So let me bring this up really quick. and sharing. Can you see this?
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
Okay, cool. So this is the realnurture.io page, not the group, right? Every real estate chatbot on ManyChat corresponds to a Facebook business page, right? So this is the business page that's hosting the Real Nurture one. That's why you got to subscribe to the new concierge if you haven't switched over already. It's because it's a different page that's hosting it. And so I bring that up because with the Facebook comments growth tool, it ties specifically to the page that this ManyChat bot is tied to. You know, you can't run a Facebook comments growth tool on the STEEZY.Digital page from the realnurture.io page, right? From the realnurture.io ManyChat, right? It's one-on-one. So I just want to point that out and be clear. If there's nothing on your Facebook page, then you can't run this. But if you were to say, actually, I'll do an existing video, and then we'll have some templates specific to real estate for you guys. But this way, it'll get some interaction on the Real Nurture page. So we got this beautiful video, right? It's talking about, you know, what we are as Real Nurture. So if I wanted to say, go in here and hit edit, if I can, looks like I can't because I ran ads to it. All right, here we go. Let's just run with this. Is the market at its peak? Comment peak below.
And so, quick heads up too, something I'm learning in one of the groups that I'm in. Facebook is screening for things like that, where you ask them to do not necessarily clickbait, but when you tell them to comment, it's even screening that in videos as well. So what we're doing in this other group is, instead of saying comment with a specific word, we're just making it open-ended and using any kind of opt-in. So we're using first level comments, and we're tracking those. We do a 5-second delay. So now it's more organic. They get to kind of like enjoy things. And we're doing this on our Facebook lives as well. But yeah, so it's just kind of like, you could say comment in a GIF or something like that, like make it fun and interactive, and you get a ton more engagement organically if you kind of use those open-ended questions. Kind of like what we learned at the ManyChat conference, right? With the Brussels sprouts, like everybody has an opinion on it. The more you give them guidance, the less they interject their opinions, because you're kind of guiding their hand. So that's just some feedback that I've noticed also from some groups too. So kind of a little fire tip.
Nice. That was cutting edge, guys. I don't know if you understand how cutting edge that was that Chris just dropped on you. And I'm being serious about that, because he's working with some top people, you know, and they are gathering data and doing things on such a massive scale that they break stuff and literally bring it to the attention of ManyChat. And like ManyChat then talks to Facebook, and it's like all due to some of like Chris's clients and like the things that they're working on and doing. So that was a really big tip, guys. You know, I'm here working on the how this worked a couple months ago, even like 2-3 months ago, with, hey, comment the exact thing below on a specific post. And he's telling you instead, you know, track first level comments only and don't put in a keyword, right? Because that's what I was about to teach you guys, was put in the keyword of peak. But then it would only comment for that. And like Chris just said, Facebook would flag it if you write out comment below, because that became a really popular thing for people to start to promote. And like he said, even in the videos, they would detect the audio in the video and be like, oh, hey, check this out. They are trying to use a clickbait type of call to action, right? So with that being said, not to get lost in the weeds, thank you for that tip. And instead, I updated it. Is the market at its peak? Let us know your thoughts, and we'll follow up in Messenger with our market update video. And so that's pretty light call to action, right? So here on the back end, what are we going to do? We're going to go to a specific post. Well, first of all, we either go to new growth tool, or for this one, it's already existing, but we would go to the Facebook comments growth tool, right? This would be the one. So let's just do it. We're going to do
And while he's typing that out, guys, I want you to notice under that growth tool, it says beta. It's literally been in beta for over a year because they're still working out the kinks.
right.
So that's why kind of like the knowledge we dropped a little bit earlier will help you use this beta at its best version, because Facebook is still kind of leery that you're opting people in when they're just commenting, because that's a natural response for them. People are already commenting on things. So if you are starting to detract from people wanting to comment because they're afraid you're going to spam them with a message or something, that's why it's still in beta, because they're cleaning that up. But I love how Jeff said, let us know your thoughts and we will send you something in Messenger. So they know exactly what's going to happen once they leave that comment. It's not a surprise.
So what I've done so far is written a post that really is straightforward of what we're going to do. You could be a little bit more elaborate. You can write longer copy. You could have a video, right? But like Chris said, it's a Messenger pillar and ethical like responsibility that ManyChat has given and shown us from the beginning. It's like, let people know you're sending them something in Facebook Messenger, which my Facebook Messenger is blowing up right now, apparently. Oh my gosh. So let people know that you're going to send them something in Messenger because it's new. It's a new thing. Normally people would get something in email, they'd check it, hours later. They have hundreds of other things that are in there. But because you're just, boom, instantly going to send something in Messenger, it's new, it's different. So make sure to set the expectation, right? So we will follow up in Messenger with our current update video. Cool. So now I went over here, I did the Facebook comments thing, I named it. I went into settings, specific posts, not all posts. That's another option. But specific posts, I went to change posts and chose it, right? Publish, scheduled. You can even set it up for a scheduled post so that it's live the moment that the post becomes live. And there's a bunch of stuff, but boom, is the market at its peak? Okay.
And one more thing too, Jeff, on that. You can do this for Facebook Lives. It is a little bit trickier because they don't get published right away. So if you're not scheduling your Facebook Lives in advance, or even if you are, once the Facebook Live does go public, I think it's a 30-second to a minute delay where it will show up in ManyChat, and you can have a comment trigger directly on your Facebook Live. So if you're on live and you say, hey, tell us, what area you're looking to search in, and people comment on your Facebook Live, you can send them a pre-written message in Messenger.
Wow. That's awesome. And obviously get that subscription, right? Love it. So right here we have the track first level comments only, and then I did a random thing here. You don't have to do this. You could respond immediately, but for the seconds, I feel like even if you did it like minutes later and you did like 3 minutes later, it might feel a little bit more human. Like it took me a while to go find your comment and respond back, right? But either way, whatever you do here, it's just a user experience. It won't affect delivery other than the timing. And then you can exclude comments with certain words. If you start to notice like some negative comments on the posts that are then being sent this and then they're immediately unsubscribing, well, that would be bad for your page. So you want to then start excluding based on those. But for most of you, you probably won't use that because we just want like more traffic, right? And so make sure not to do anything here because that will only trigger it for keyword. So now we hit save and we go next. All right, message to commenters. Now you want to say, hi, here is our, we will send, or let's see, auto response opt-in. Don't send to everyone who replies. So this text will be sent to everyone who commented on your post, meeting specific criteria. Okay, so you could say like, here is our, or hi, thank you for interacting. Kind of remind them of like why they're getting this message, right? And then hit save. Boom. Now you go to opt-in actions, and every time you create a new growth tool, it creates a new flow. So we got our growth tools, and then down here is our flows, right? And so this is already, you can add them to a sequence immediately if you wanted to, if you did something on, is the market at its peak, kind of going after sellers, and then you immediately subscribe into a 30-day seller sequence, which starts the next day. That would be awesome, right? You can do that easily. And then right here, send to everyone. So I'll hit save, and I'm going to activate it so that it's already activated. But before I really go comment on it myself and show you how this works, I'm going to go like this and change this message because we've already said that. Now I'm just going to say, if you ever want to unsubscribe, type stop, because that'll kind of pick up where the other one left off. And for message tags, just to point this out, because I might go there and you're like, what is that? This is a new thing, and it talks about, you know, tagged content cannot contain any promos, sales, etc., and should match the applied tag. Tags are how ManyChat is helping to categorize why pages might be contacting outside of the 24-hour rule. Is that right, Chris?
Yeah, so this is for like broadcasting and stuff.
Right. So you don't have to worry about this because this is an immediate response. And this is the only time this flow will be used is in reply to the Facebook comments. So just wanted to point that out, that, you know, there's always like new little additions to the user interface. So whenever we can help you guys understand that and make sure that you're maximizing it while staying in compliance with Facebook and Messenger, we're going to let you know. So with that being said, we got the initial, hey, thank you for interacting on our Facebook page. And then this one's following up. If you want to unsubscribe, just type stop. I don't like a period after like apostrophes like that. It looks weird. So throw a little, bam. Yeah. And now what we would do is do some kind of like video, right? And I think I even have one. Is the market at its, let's do like peak. I had one from Aaron, whatever. But right here, we would have some kind of video and it would deliver. So what if we did, just so that you see a video, let's do Instagram review.
And so too, guys, while he's pulling that up, I thought of a really cool case study for this. Just instead of doing a Facebook comment and having the bot go through it, think about if you were to go live at an open house and you had a complete follow-up already written out. Like you had this amazing flow where there was a video walkthrough of the house. You had the contact information. You had CTAs where they could call you, where they could connect with you. And when you go live, you would have a VA or somebody that's, you know, in studio or back at the office that would connect the bot as soon as you go live. So now you can be at the open house doing like a real quick walkthrough tour, showing people what it's like live on Facebook. And then for anybody that's interested, comments or triggers that flow, you could then send them the walkthrough. That's a nice formal production video with some content and how to copy, like how to connect with you and how to learn more about this house. So that's how you can generate leads very, very effectively using this system that you can't do anywhere else.
Great example, Chris. Yeah, that would be awesome. And I might even test that with Aaron, because he has a team of agents that are doing open houses all the time, and they could go live from Aaron's Facebook or Instagram, or even from their own, I guess, right? And then tie it back and basically just drive traffic and generate leads from even just live, from people just watching live, not only their own following, which they might have accrued, but also random people that are stopping in. Oh, open house, this realtor's at an open house, da, da, da. Oh, I really do like that island in the kitchen, like comment below. We'll get a full, a video tour, whatever, a panoramic tour, virtual tour. So really cool things you can do with this. So I just wanted to follow up on this. So these are all three of these steps are now set up. So anything will trigger it on this specific post as far as comments, auto response immediately, and then opt-in actions, which this is basically like the next message they see. And then I'm not going to subscribe to a sequence for this particular case. So now check it out. Go back.
"17 seconds begins."
Okay. I think I did it immediately after. Like I initially did 17 seconds, but then I did immediate. Yeah. So let's see how immediate it is. And once again, this is a beta feature, so let's see how quickly it sends. No, not yet. Here we go, ManyChat. Here we go. Chat first level only, immediate, exclude only.
It should have come through. That's interesting. Go to the actual growth tool page so you can see all your growth tools and see if it fired. Yeah, it didn't catch it.
Maybe
try refreshing that page. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe I need to refresh Facebook.
Browser and cache stuff sometimes.
And now it's gone. Oh, there it is. All right. And then you get this guy that's like, I like ponies.
we've got a comment for you, sir.
Let's see if it comes through.
Are you posting as Real Nurture or are you posting as yourself?
That might be a problemo.
It's like you can't talk to yourself. That would just be weird.
They send me a message, like they send Real Nurture, boom, boom, this infinite loop. I think the market's at its peak. Boom.
Boom. There it is.
All right. Good catch, Chris. Yeah, so I was commenting for those of you that didn't notice my error there. I was commenting as realnurture.io on realnurture.io. So of course, right, it's like an infinite loop. But that happens with testing sometimes. You don't realize that you're like in an admin aspect of your page or your website, and then you try to do something that you've set up perfectly and it doesn't work, and you're like, what's happening? So okay, check it out. Real Nurture is responding to a comment you made on their page. So Facebook even lets you know. But what I did here, because I remembered something, it says, hey, full name, type yes to see you have to have them say something in order to like confirm the opt-in. And then it sends them the next message, right? So let's double check here. I just hit yes. So set it right here. People who comment will become your subscribers only after they reply. When they do, you can send them an opt-in. And then on the opt-in, I have it set to send to everyone who replies. So it's not keyword triggered, although you could do keyword triggered on the auto response page. So let's see what happens. It's not sending me the next message. Opt-in. Why wouldn't that work?
Facebook's been a little geeky lately.
Refresh, refresh. And the moral of the story, guys, test, test, test. Oh, here it is. Bink. I know why it took a while. This is a big video. So here it is. Boom. For those of you that haven't seen it, it's beautiful, I know. This is our little brand story video talking about why real nurture is awesome and needed. But you know, this could be the market is at its peak video, or a market update, or an open house video of you walking through it, doing a little Facebook Live, or it could be like a professional drone footage video, and you just generate the leads on Facebook Live, like Chris was talking about. You have your ISA or your assistant that knows you're going to go live at 1 p.m. because you have an open house at noon, and you're going to get it all set up, and then at 1 you're going to get ready and do it live. Okay, boom, you go live. They already have all this stuff set up. All they do is just add the post, right? Your ManyChat set up, everything's set up, and then all they do is they select the post, hit boom, and then when people opt in, they can get an amazing professional video that has like these little subtitles and all this stuff and the address, and it's going through and showing them the backyard and showing them, you know, drone footage over the ocean of this amazing house, right? You can do a lot of cool stuff with this, but now you know the basics of the tool, and you can start to maximize it to generate more leads. I have a question for you, Chris.
Shoot.
Once this is set up, is it possible to then boost it?
Yeah.
Nice. So you're telling me I could set this up, make sure it fires, right, on the just small organic traffic that my business page would get. See, like one person reached or whatever, like, you know, your initial business page post isn't going to get a ton of traffic just out the gate unless you have a lot of followers and they're super engaged. But you can now share this to your personal page and get some people to comment and opt in that way from your personal sphere, right? I could just go like this and go to share in a group, share in an event, share on a page you manage. Am I doing real nurture again? Yes. So if I go to my personal and I hit share, I can go like this and share it onto my timeline, which is key. So you could now share this to your sphere. And then the last thing is you could hit boost if you're not doing a lot of like back-end ads. You know, we give you those one-click Facebook ads, but if you're really not tech savvy, you could do like a boost and do an engagement boost for comments, or you could go into Ads Manager and do like a video view campaign or a reach campaign or a engagement campaign, something like that, where it's going to help to get people to view this, engage with this, and then therefore opt in, right? This could be a really inexpensive way to get some conversation started. And maybe they're not full leads with first name, last name, and all, and like phone, email, everything, but you're at least going to have their Facebook profile. They're going to be exposed to your brand and your content, and then you can now interact with them and follow up and see if you can help them. So just wanted to point those things out. Do you have any additional comments, Chris, or anything else that we should outline that you see you're like, oh wait, we need to point that out?
No, man, I think everything was covered real well. I think you went into super good details on everything. And, you know, obviously I had a couple of filler comments, but
yeah, which was great.
It's perfect. Yeah. That's the best case use for this. And there's such an underutilized tool to grow your audience. You know, you can send these, like you said, to multiple pages to build not only your ManyChat list, but also get people to like your Facebook page, to engage with you as an agent. And it's branding just by doing these simple things. And with Facebook's algorithm, the more viral you go, the more comments you get, that's going to only help expand and grow your branding across
Right.
Facebook's platform. And they're going to show it more and more. And you're going to get new people that may have not seen you. And then they comment and then they get into your system. And then now they're being nurtured. Now they're following up with you. Like it's just this amazing train that's so simple to set up that it's a no-brainer. Every single post that you do shouldn't necessarily be a messenger to comment like trigger, because then, like I said earlier, your audience is going to be like, well, I don't want to comment on this post because the last time I did, like I got 15 messages in my messenger and I don't want to do that. So definitely pick your poison and make it for a high CTA post like Facebook Lives. That best case where you're on a open house and you deliver that value. Those are people that want that information and you're giving them what they want. So that's a positive user experience. Not only is Facebook going to reward you because you're keeping people on the platform, like synonymously from Facebook Live to Messenger, that's in the same ecosystem. But now you can send them to a flow that you've already typed up and you've got it nailed so that you don't have to sell them. It's just like, hey, here's this house. Here's some really cool information. Like, here's more details. If you want to contact me, boom, boom, boom. Like this long conversation. And all you're doing is saying, hey, here's the house and here's the island. It's really cool. Like, check it out. If you want to learn more, go ahead and just shoot me a comment. Don't say that because it's going to get flagged for your video and you're going to get less engagement. You're going to get throttled. But just say like, hey, if you are super interested in this house, just let me know. We can chat. We can connect. Just go ahead and say something. Keep it organic. Don't say comment. Don't use those buzzwords. But that's like such an easy and valuable way to grow your audience.
Absolutely. Great point with the open house too. It's the ability to have a simultaneous conversation with so many people, right? If you aren't already doing Facebook Lives and stuff, I know that at a lot of the real estate conferences this year, they've been talking about video, and specifically they make people go live in the conference and all the realtors are groaning like, oh, like I don't want to go live right now. It's a really great way to engage immediately with everyone in your following. Like everyone complains about reach. Well, guess what? By far, bar none, the best reach of any tool out there on social media is live. Immediately when you go live, every person that is on Facebook at that time is notified that follows you. Every person, all of them. It's like, boom, a little thing in the bottom left if they're on desktop, this person's live right now. Or it's a little banner at the top if you're on mobile. Boom, this person just went live, whether you're on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. It lets everybody know. Think about this. The newsfeed used to be reverse chronological. Every single time you posted, no matter what, if people would just scroll down far enough, they'd see it. Well, guess what? Facebook changed their algorithm, and now you don't have that same reach. You don't know how long Facebook Live and Instagram Live are going to be able to be leveraged with this much reach. Use it now. Be an early adopter. Honestly, it's not even early adopter at this point. It's like in the innovator or like early majority stage because it's been around for a while. But make sure not to miss the boat, because what happens when they start throttling live, right? Well, there might be something brand new and sexy and exciting, but point is, use live, use these tools, and you can have some amazing results from it. Chris, some of the clients he works with, top marketers, they're using this in conjunction with the Facebook comments tool from ManyChat to generate leads, start conversations, have some automation, and then maybe have them opt into a small little offer, opt in just for an appointment or a strategy session or a phone call or whatever it is, something very low friction, low risk on their part. It's like, boom, they opt in, they get this little value video of the house that you're at the open house with. And then the next thing, hey, do you want us to save a search for you based on what you want? And we can actually send you some homes that match that search. Yeah, boom, they fill it out. And then you follow up the next day with the little search. And then maybe you're like, you want to go see one of these homes? All right, cool. What's the best number to call? We'll find out at a good time. Or you send them your live calendar link and they just book appointment right there, right? To go see a home. And it already corresponds with your availability. There's so much that you can do with this. So I want to get some user feedback from you guys, see at what point you're using this, how useful it is. And if you also want to go test it, just go on to the realnurture.io page, make sure to like the page, And then after that, comment on this, is the market at its peak? Just search for it in the posts. And after that, you'll be able to see the experience and then build it for yourself. No other comments. All right. So we are good to go. Thanks for tuning in. And we will see you next week, Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time, for another weekly hot seat. Also, I want to start doing some tech calls and things like that. So this next week, I'll be reaching out to some people to see if they'd be interested in me diving in on your Facebook ad side, or Chris diving in on your ManyChat side during the call, so that all the other users can learn from it and you can get that immediate help with a small problem you might have. So let us know if that interests you. I'll also be reaching out because I know this is at the end of like a 40-minute live, so a lot of you might not see this specific section, but I'll send out an email, send out a little messenger broadcast, and I'll offer that because I think it's a really effective way to do micro little case studies and help one person, and then everyone watches and they're like, oh shoot, that's how you do that, because a lot of problems are kind of universal. So with that being said, have a good one. You want to sign off, Chris?
Check you guys later. Thanks for showing up. As always, it's a pleasure.
Later.